In this video, I'm going to go over why your manifestations aren't working, why the law of attraction seems to not be working for you. For those who don't know me, I'm Maegan Aleece. I'm a rapid transformational therapist and clinical hypnotherapist. And understanding the subconscious mind really made me understand manifestation on a neuroscience level. And then so many trainings and life experience has made me understand manifesting on an energetic level. So in this video, I'm going to go over the top 3 resistance to manifesting. So what does resistance really mean? I wrote little notes here because I don't want to forget anything in this video. So what I actually want you to do is have your manifestations out. And if you haven't written any out, just have one, write it down, write it in present tense. The mind doesn't understand future pacing, so we want to say in the now. So for example, if it's a loving relationship, I am so grateful I'm in a loving relationship. I'm in a loving, supportive relationship. Thank you. If you add gratitude, it just adds that little extra high frequency. Gratitude is a very high frequency, so vibration and feeling and emotion. So when we can add that into our manifestations, it just is more juicy. Okay, so having them written out to go through this process with me, and you will be able to tune in to resistance. So resistance can actually block your manifestations from working, from manifesting, from coming true. And I really like to call manifestations heart's desires. So first of all, we want our manifestations to be pure, clear heart's desires. So the difference between heart's desires and like ego manifestations are heart's desires are, they're on your heart, they're meant for you. Ego manifestations are more like, I want this X, car, house, amount of money in my bank account to feel X. Good enough, successful enough, pretty enough. I want X to feel X. That takes the sacredness of manifesting out. It's not sacred anymore because those external things are not going to give you what you're actually searching for internally. The happiness, the achievement, the success, those feelings are actually internal, and the external are byproducts and bonuses and what comes from your internal vibration and feeling. So there's a difference between heart's desires and ego manifestations. And when you rinse out ego manifestations, you might even, or unhealthy manifestations, insert any word before that, they might actually turn out to be heart's desires. You may actually have a genuine heart's desire for that amount of money, for that beautiful big house, but it's gonna come purely from not needing it to give you what you think it will give you because you already have that within. Tune into that. I'm sure I will do a deeper video on that, so definitely check when that's coming out. At this moment in time, this is where we're at, and that's not created yet. So when you have your manifestations out and you've cleared them, they're as pure and heart's desires and clear as possible. I want you to feel into them, like run that through your body. So we'll stick to the money one, the income one. You have an amount, run it through your system. So first, just allow yourself to be in a meditative state. Close your eyes. You can lie down, you can be seated, you can ground outside into Mother Nature and just allow all your presence, all your awareness to come into this now moment. Take nice deep breaths. This helps clear your channel, your connection to your higher self, to your divine team. It brings you into the moment. If you find your mind is really busy, you definitely want to spend some time meditating. Getting to the root of why your mind is on a hamster wheel would be even better. But for now, meditating, getting yourself, it might be a 5-minute, 10-minute, 15-minute meditation to bring yourself into more of that alpha theta brainwave state where you can allow your conscious mind to start to drift so you can really tune into what the resistance is. So the resistance could be a myriad of different things. 3 we're going to go over today is subconscious limiting beliefs, ancestral bloodline, and resistance from lower level self versus higher level self. So the first one, when you tune in to that heart's desire, aka your manifestation, I feel like the word manifestation has been really like hijacked. So when we tune into like the purity of what manifesting actually, that sacred practice can be for us, I like to refer to it as heart's desires. So you tune into your heart's desire, its income, its amount of money, and you let it come into your body. So our body has innate internal wisdom that our mind doesn't. We want to use our mind to work for us versus against us. And it works against us when it's full of limiting beliefs, and we all have limiting beliefs, but we can really mold and tune our mind for liberating beliefs, for elevated beliefs. But when you tune in, I want you to let the number like come in your body, because your body cannot lie. So let's just say it's 10K a month. You want to attract 10K a month. You want to have 10K a month in your bank account. However you've structured this pure heart's desire, if it's monthly, yearly, however it may be, and put it through your system. Okay, thank you for consistent, constant 10K months. That's an example of how you would say your manifestation, your heart's desire. And when you say it and when you feel into it, do this with your own. What's happening in your body? Are you feeling excited and activated, like tingles in your skin, in your body, a big smile on your face, and just this elevated frequency and vibration? You have no resistance then. Yay! But if you're feeling your heart starts to, or is like the best way I can describe it. It's like something's off, or your mind starts going a mile a minute, like how is this gonna happen? I don't know, gotta figure it out, and then stress and pressure, and it doesn't feel good. That's not what manifesting is meant to be about. Manifesting as a sacred practice is like a portal to your internal world of what you get to shift. Yay! So you started to tune into resistance. So we're gonna start with subconscious limiting beliefs. So say your mind's going a mile a minute. How, why? This isn't gonna work for me. Those are limiting beliefs. Note the narratives and the stories that your mind is saying. You'll never be able to do this. You can't have this. This is never gonna work out for you. Those stories, those narratives, write them down, because you want to start to tell yourself the opposite, okay? This is how you'll start to shift those limiting beliefs, is by giving yourself a better narrative, a new narrative. Limiting or liberating beliefs, you could call them affirmations, you could call them declarations. Have statements that you want to be true for you, because you actually get to decide your beliefs, what you want to believe in, what you want to believe for yourself. So if you really want to believe that you can have, hold, attract, make 10K a month, you can. You can. But our limiting beliefs from our subconscious will block us if it's not aligned with our conscious desires. So that's one way you can highlight a limiting belief. You can also highlight a limiting belief when you're out in real life and you see people doing what you want to do or having what you want to have, and this jealousy and this like anger, again, in your body. You're feeling this in your body. What's going on in your mind? Oh my God, it's just so easy for them. And these narratives, those are limiting beliefs that are coming from your subconscious up to your conscious that you get to shift. Only you can shift them. So start to be really, really aware of these narratives going on in the back of your mind. All right. So what I would suggest for this, because you can go so much deeper with the subconscious, but on your own, starting out, would be to write out the opposite of these narratives and to look in a mirror every day, use your throat chakra, and activate by looking into your eyes and telling yourself the opposite of the lie that has been going on in the back of your mind. So second resistance, ancestral bloodline. So when you tune into this and you do your meditation and you drop in your manifestations, your heart's desires, and you feel into them, maybe you're visualizing and you're feeling what that feels like, you might, how you can do this, you can say, show me anything that is blocking me from this manifesting. Whoever you're talking to, whether it be the universe, whether it be God, whether it be your higher self, it matters not. What you connect to is what you're meant to connect to, and it might evolve, and being open to that, but I'm not here to tell you what or who to believe in. That is unique to you, and I definitely respect that. So if you ask, show me what is blocking, you might see or feel, and this has come up with a lot of my one-on-one clients, is I see like they have a backpack, and this backpack is like full of things from their paternal, maternal bloodline, of like trying to like pull them back and down, and you might even actually feel like you're being pulled down and back, and you like can't even physically move forward and take aligned, inspired action. See how I said aligned and inspired? You'll get intuitive hits and internal guidance to lead you forward. Let's cancel hustle culture. There's a time and a place for it, but not all the time. Had to throw that in there. So if you feel this like pull being back and pulling down, this could be even society, even friends, and a great practice, and you all have your own practices on how to clear any resistance, but when you're tuning into like more ancestral or in your bloodline, it might be like a declaration. I set forth to be free of any resistance from my bloodline. I am safe to have this blank manifestation, because it might not have been safe for your bloodline before, okay? You might imagine and visualize the backpack coming off of you. Oh, you'll feel so much lighter. Oh, it's a really good visual, and imagination is so powerful. So when you imagine this, because your mind doesn't know the difference between real and imaginary, it's happening, and it's also working with your like gravitational field, because we all have one. So what's in your field? Are there threads pulling you down? Like clear that connection. And I might make a meditation for this as well to really guide you through it, but I want you also to like tune into your own practices, because you do have that ability. And then the third one is lower level versus higher level. Lower level self versus higher level self. So if we tune into our lower level self, which is lower will, lower level ego, lower level fears and worries and doubts. So this is you worrying and stressing about your heart's desire manifesting. Like when? When is it gonna happen? And worried about it. Your higher level self is not in that lower vibrational state. When you're in a lower vibrational state, it's constricted, it's contracted. It's like you're constricting and contracting the channel, the pipeline of the co-creation pipeline, co-creating with the universe, God, again, whatever you believe in. You're constricting that channel. Because if you look at the emotional vibrational frequency chart by Dr. David R. Hawkins, you'll see that at the bottom, it's like a V, and you're really, here, I'll just draw it for you. the lower levels here of fear and guilt and shame and worry constrict, versus up here, the high vibrations of love and joy and peace, which is operating from your higher self, your higher levels, is an expanded state. So it's like your channel is expanded. Your channel with your co-creation draws through is expanded. So tune in. Are you allowing your lower level self override and overrule your higher level self? And it's this nice moment to moment throughout the day check-ins. How am I operating? Am I operating from my lower level self or higher level self? And then you'll actually really start to differentiate between the two, because you probably are more so in one or the other and not knowing that you can start to disassociate yourself from that lower level self. I'm not saying you're never gonna have fears or worries or doubts. You will, but when it comes to your heart's desires, it's not necessary. Like, fears and stress is for like human tasks. Like, yeah, you should stress out about if there's a lot of traffic and you want to cross the street. You should be afraid of that. You should not do that. Right? So there's a time and a place, but not when it comes to that sacred practice of manifesting your heart's desires. So what I suggest for this one is to really have a list. Have a list of when you're operating from your lower level self and a list of when you're operating from your higher level self. Higher level self operates from gratitude, from being in the present, from trusting in the universe and self in the co-collaborative experience. These are clearly examples of my higher level self. Yours is going to be probably different. And then throughout the day, until this is automated and you're actually operating from your higher level self, you're going to have to come back to the list and be like, oh, I'm operating from my lower level self. This is putting me in a lower vibration. This is constricting my channel. This is constricting the manifestation to be experienced, because your channel is being clogged, is being closed off. And it's just really great to do, to also for your mental health, to feel good throughout your day and to be in the present moment. Okay. So those are 3 types of resistance. There's other resistance that could be blocking your manifestations, but so far these are the biggest ones I wanted to touch on. Your subconscious is massive to be working with, and you really want to be aware and bring awareness. Think about what you're thinking about, metacognition, to these narratives that you're telling yourself, and to start to flip them and switch them. An ancestral bloodline, like if these limiting beliefs can even come from your parents, like what they're saying about success and money and love and things that are your heart's desires, that could be really like blocking you because you've adopted what they've said, but you can unsubscribe from them. And yeah, your lower level and higher level self. So if you want to work deeper into any of these areas, more than I can offer in a video, please check the description below. Leave your comment of your favorite way to clear any of these so that other people can learn from each other, and I'll definitely comment back if there's anything that from my knowledge and trainings and schooling differentiates. It doesn't mean you're wrong, it just means like, let's get better together. All right, fam, your friend Maegan Aleece.